They'll do that as well later, but yeah, PaperX, they are just on the move. They want to get into this A site. Westside is anchoring, heavily committed.
This wrap is going to come from GX, but it's going to take some time to get up from Rubble. In the meantime, Westside has to hold on, and the clone catches him out.
Yeah, that's the wrong Yoru, my friend. GX, obviously, as we were saying, they were very fast out of C. They're all now on this flank. And PaperX, they are aware of the situation. Look at the way they position themselves on the site. Taking space towards heaven is a really nice idea. Jing can even wrap back towards stairs. This is going to be tough for GX.
Oh, taking shots though through the smoke. Grubinho pushing up onto stairs. That's Jing out of the picture. Now PRX knocked down to 4. Paranoia comes on through. Something no found Cloud as he attempted to get into the site. And now the challenge towards upper. Ara wins it out, but finds himself alone.
Prowler into B main, and with all this noise, PaperX just want to accelerate into A yet again.
Forsaken is solo there, pretty much on his own, and Flickless takes it from top stairs. Now into the site we go. Something trying to push in deep. Westside has the Prowler to deal with it. Shoots straight through it. And it's Flickless activating from pit. My goodness. PRX, nothing but scorch marks on this A site.
I'm going to need a replay on that Westside kill.
Run it back.
Prowler, not going to lie, going to need a replay on that. Was that intentional? Rio, emphasis on A. Aura in a fairly committed position. Grubinho trying his best to support, trying his best to draw attention, and he does. So 1 for 1, but a fast trade from Divide.
Aura getting his is big. He took a lot of damage just crossing to that position, but blink and you'll miss it, folks. GX get hammered. They're over towards that baby door direction. Divide with 3 already. And Westside doesn't have a lot of business, I think, being anywhere near the B sides.
He is shredding them apart, and off of all that distraction, you just had PatMen, Forsaken, kind of biding their time towards B main to take the perfect moment to swing out. Back to the triple on C. Grubinho pressed up very far forward, ready with that paranoia. Swing out left from Aura, 1 for 1. Forsaken happy enough to just teleport away after the kill.
They had to know there was going to be a mound fight brewing here, PRX, if they've seen the tape. Now, of course, see the exchange of smokes. That one way is going to be renewed by Grubinho. He is insisting on maintaining the control of this part of the map. PRX are going to have to allow it. B pivot?
Yeah, work towards this B main off the Prowler. Can show some presence in different areas of the map. Something in a position where maybe he could catch off some kind of rotate, or at least just work some space towards A.
Oh, Cloud! Unreal. PatMen has a feeling for the timing. He was right.
Just shows the tracers. Something has this dimensional drift for a late round. And GX have pivoted 2 players towards this C side, which is seeming like the right call.
How quickly Cloud rotated off B. We need to be here now for this anchoring attempt. Grubinho does not have a paranoia to work with, and this is a dimensional drift that will allow something to pave the way. Cloud a little bit low after that exchange with PatMen earlier. There's a clone scene. Here come PRX ready to throw down, get their hands dirty on the site, but the rotates are coming in. Westside already going to set up here alongside Flickless in Waterfall, and something wasn't quite ready for it. Swings a little bit wider than he was ready to account for, and Divine now has to get it done. Finds Cloud, Steel Garden to give him the edge. Doggedly defending that spike location, and this will slow things up for the retake. Flickless and Westside hold an approximation of a crossfire for the time being. Once those weapons return, they'll be ready! And Flickless...
Love to get that showstopper access for Jing. Aura finally with the AWP, but what a tap! That's mental.
Yeah, there's that individual prowess from something on display. Can now get a weapon upgrade for himself, going to baby door. We'll have some backup that might pivot towards a B hit from that. Flickless is going to be the one that has to stand tall in the face of this level of pressure. Steps up, knows it's coming, going to try and take matters into his own hands, but something still has the Guardian and still tears his head off. 3 with the Guardian. Bro, it refuses to be stopped.
They're not even going to the B site. PaperX are just...
Fast hit towards B here behind this showstopper.
Certainly could be the case. Prowler going to go right through main. Showstopper in. Jing blinded up in a lot of trouble. Doesn't know what the hell is going on, but something able to catch out Flickless.
Nightfall pretty important here. It's going to be a showstopper now coming from GX. Ara needs to get back in, and it goes 1 for 1. Trade of razors. Beautifully done by Grubinho. Something out there on the side. Does get picked off. The Nightfall for Cloud helping to a great degree, and there was no plant, no full commitment for PRX. Now they're going to pivot off this side, but Westside is going to see it coming.
Yeah, now they know that PatMen is just that lone hanging player towards B, trying to cause some distraction with the Prowler. Forsaken out wide, wants to jump, try to bait out some kind of shot.
Divide's got the op here. He can post. This is still dangerous.
But do they expect Cloud tucked in the corner?
No, they found him. Now there should be a swing here. Yep, Grubinho looking to try and take the fight from Baby Door, but Divide, quick peek and gets back to safety. Little did he know, Grubinho would be walking into a triple face.
Grubinho did work himself into a good position there, to be fair, just couldn't connect the shot. Now it's all on Westside. Make his way through heaven.
Spike planted.
Just drop himself down, take the fight, Forsaken the first to go. He has a feeling for the fight in that corner and chunks him down to 61.
Unfortunately, just has no util to work with. Even a cage could be nice here just to temporarily throw in front of Tree.
PRX is trying to make sure this doesn't get isolated off, and Devi is ready with and then it was curtains.
Valor goes under the trip. It's a little bit higher up. That is awkward. Jinggg is caught, but yeah, he is dealt with. That's crazy.
Yeah, easily handled that. It's time for util, a big problem. Something willing to stand and fight. Remember, this is a GX Sheriff Eco round, and Flickless is commanding attention on the site. Devi, very little to do here. Smoked off it entirely. Still has a spike to hand. At the very least, can have a crack at this. The money's in a fine place for PRX to get a bit experimental. Maybe he can be rewarded with some patience here on this look towards C-Link.
GX have recovered the guns. Flickless knows that he should not be giving anything to Devi. Wall is up so he can reposition towards now. Does Devi dare use the Steel Garden he's about to get? He used it in the 1v2, but yeah, no, I think he's going to probably die first, sadly. Or just walks in, takes the timing, gets the free kill. Main. Yeah, and that is going to be the case, but, you know, no one really ready to fight. Something is making all the distraction towards B right now.
A pinch on the B here from Upper could be interesting. Something! Okay, as the game crash out of there. It's going to be Ara opening up the account. Jinggg was found first. Op in the hands of Ara is always a dangerous prospect. But with the Sheriff, Grubinho can't find his way out of the corner. The Steel Garden definitely getting its value here. Westside, though, and Ara still able to populate the site. And as soon as he got the Phantom back in hand, he put it to work to the tune of 2 kills.
And Westside saves Ara's life there. Guaranteed.
Weird angle the Cloud's on. It's going to be hard for Devi to dig him out.
Yeah, much like this last round, GX don't want to give anything to Devi in this situation now that they've got the advantage, but it is giving opportunity for something to just flank all the way through spawn.
He's making the right choice here going from Link's side.
It will I mean, how does Ara, and why would he have any sense for the timing? This is crazy.
I mean, there's something gate crashing back to rubble. The fact that he's got here is pretty absurd, and Westside is watching for it anyway, Wyatt.
Don't want to be headed towards Westside's site.
Where are you supposed to go? Home?
You roll the die, 3 options. Sadly, you hit his site.
All right. Flickless here, Razor Vinox blooming in front of him. No success with spam through that cyber cage. Westside wants to get active on the site. He walks, though, up on Jinggg, who this time is ready to throw down into the back of the site. Jinggg goes in now to Upper. Full site control for PRX. And GIANTX have Ara and Cloud. We need to work together to piece this out.
And those anchors who have typically been an absolute wall, just depleted by PaperX on a very important round for their money. Ara into this 1 versus 3. Does he even want to risk it with the op? Actually, yeah, he has a ton of cash. He can go for the play. Why not? Just send it.
Time is short. The harder he can make this next round for PRX, the better. It will be the last round of the half. Ara, since getting that op in hand, we've seen what he can do with it. He's absolutely dynamic.
It gets a showstopper. So, hey, little consolation prize. He'll take it. Cloud has 1 Prowler, 1 Haunt.
Hey, the stack, so full retake protocols in effect now for PRX. GX get up on this B side.
Luckily, something doesn't actually take that teleport. Just walking down out of A. Westside is going to hear all of this. If he plays it patiently, he might be able to backstab everybody.
Yep, they are not checking for this. All the timing is good for Westside, and he's able to convert it into a second. Paranoid for Forsaken, but he still gets dinked. Bro, he's down to 4. Able to take the fight with some right clicks, but once again, PRX disrupted as they're trying to set up defensively.
How many late round situations have we seen Devi in like this? And yet somehow he's still putting up crazy numbers, but he's in unwinnable spots.
Not this time. Forsaken at 4 with pressure and shots through the smoke.
They're working their way into tree, which is being smoked off, but it's Grubinho who's gotten into stairs. Might catch Forsaken on the rotate.
Here's this all of it. Forsaken thought he was clever getting up on the corner, but Grubinho was far further forward than he expected.
What a kill. Has the paranoia lineup for backside as well. He catches PatMen.
PatMen out in the open. Ara able to take that fight, and Jinggg knew he had the dark. He knows this question, the better part of Valor now, the pressure is on. What a correction! 3 for Jinggg, and the spike goes loose. It's at the back of the site. And GX had to get Flickless and Westside up here to wrest it out of his grip.
Enemy remaining.
And what have they got to do with absolutely no tools? PaperX are now everywhere.
Oh, man.
Being on the rotate over towards A Heaven. If GX commit, they're still staring down the barrel of this showstopper.
Oh, thought he had a timing, but grubinho has room to recover.
And now Jinggg is just solo, all alone.
Done this again. He's done this before. He gets chomped on. Paranoid, Prowler out, and still something controls that high ground. He's going to rip the showstopper, and grubinho can't get away in time. This time, Jinggg relies on his teammates for success. And that's also a solid strategy. Westside to the back of the side, it's something felled. PatMen around the corner, sees in place, and Westside is an easy target. A tasty round. Number 18.
GIANTX is trying to keep it simple with this brawl on A, but PaperX is there to fight.
Ara has to go down there. Nothing he could really do. Seized in place by the looks of things. And there's something. Here's PRX now. This is where their bread is buttered. And it never falls but aside. Down, Wyatt. Something. Variation here. There'll be nothing to see for them, but maybe a fast flank opportunity.
GIANTX again just out of A, but PaperX have map elsewhere. Gavaya very confident with that swing, I would say.
Something in theory had him covered, but the Rose was not enough to guarantee success there. It's a PRX round, one after another after another.
Last player standing.
Okay, boys.
Yeah, it feels like they really wanted to get this one over with fast. But the eagerness to do so has extended us by at least one more round.
No one actually in the C side at all. Does grubinho opt to walk up on this? No, paranoia. He thinks that GIANTX are a bit faster than they actually are. Razorvine's canvassing the ground. This will slow things up slightly, but already GIANTX have purchase in the back of the side.
PaperX are more than happy to play this for some kind of retake of blood. All right, 1-for-1 on the important ults. Actually, it's the dimensional drift in very early. Something spotting on multiple players within that Viper's pit, but certainly can't commit at that timing. Will give an opportunity to ping out for the nade, though.
Okay, Westside inside the pit. It's a clone that he ends up taking contact against. One buddy thrown in. GIANTX just keeping a toe in the pit to keep it standing, of course. That's been set in place by Flickless.
This is so much pressure from PaperX. GIANTX have not, for any moment, felt comfortable enough to try to actually get this spike down. Yeah. But at this point, they've drawn out enough utility that they can.
The pre-plant pit, though, is always kind of dangerous. It gives PRX time to set up and start spamming in. Ara has fallen.
And one more kill for Jinggg will result in a showstopper. That could be enough to close out this game, bring us to sunset.
Something's had the time now, the freedom to start to swing around. Looks like the box position in C has been smoked out and shut down. But there's Westside and Cloud. Stave off this attempt at their flank. Now PatMen and Jinggg realize there's no point going any further.
Yeah, that's all she wrote on the round.
Coming out. There's that sheer wall in play. How will that be handled? Flickless, though, and Westside. The two players would be terrified to fight as they get into the site early. They get past the sheer wall.
Something maybe wanting to go for an aggro play, but could and was delayed. Jinggg now doubled up, though.
Flickless had to wait for that wall to come down. He's now able to sit in main a little bit further. We'll have a plant. There's the TP here for Forsaken. Smoke on Flickless's position now, and grubinho attempts to take control. Paranoia comes out, doesn't affect grubinho though. He's tucked here on the corner, wins one. Eventually gets overrun, but Jinggg elsewhere, picked up by Westside, who followed up grubinho. Great upper presence here for GIANTX. And the money's not good for PRX, they know it. And now Cloud's starting to bring him down one by one. Something has to limp away, beaten black and blue.
What an big executes, and that's what has begun to work for them.
PatMen won off that Nightfall for retake. Showstopper also there for Jinggg. So GIANTX likely let this first push go through to the keeper. Play that full retake.
They forced Devi all the way out. But can GIANTX really fight for any additional space? No. Look at the status of the utility. It's very low, just a seize and a haunt. That is all they have access to.
Yeah. PatMen would love a kill here. Something to open things up. Ara goes low. Clone there, of course. Complicating things. And there it is. Ara taken down. Not the start they're looking for at all. PRX looking for a retake now as Jinggg found that showstopper. And it found Flickless in turn. Cloud tucked here by the side. Sees PatMen go across. Devi might look for a swing off this, but isn't ready for Cloud to take a timing of his own. Nightfall going to come through here, and Cloud is
behind by Westside. That'll need to be broken unless maybe they want something to just teleport across and they go elsewhere. Regardless, very fast from GIANTX into this very free C site.
Forsaken's mandate, strictly do not die. Hold the paranoia until we're ready to try and flood in.
Flickless is in so much danger. There's a player in blue room as well.
grubinho here sees the clone. Now the Viper wall comes up. This is going to allow PRX to get in position, but also GIANTX to defensively set up behind it. Seize comes in. They are decayed down. Easy targets. PatMen with the critical utility at the most important moment. Now the Nightfall comes through onto the side. Cloud here playing through tree. That door is opening. He sees it. Wouldn't have heard it otherwise. It's Jinggg toying with him, trying to keep him busy, keep his attention, catnips away from the fight, and he wins it out anyway. PRX, as only they know how.